If you want to know how to be more assertive, this video is for you. I am going to give you a 6-step process so that you can come across as assertive in saying what it is that you want, what you don't want, what you want changed, etc. in any situation. And if you follow these steps, you'll find that you become more confident in being assertive and you won't cross that line of being rude. First of all, you want to make sure that you take the initiative, that you don't wait for the other person to come to you, that you're not the person that is reacting to the situation, but that you are the person that is taking the initiative. Let's just use a simple example. Say, for instance, a server got your order wrong in a restaurant. I know of certain people who really do not like to bring it to the server's attention because they're afraid that they're going to come across as being rude. But it's certainly assertive to take the initiative and let the server know that. So if you need to address something with someone, you take the initiative and bring it up with them first. That shows confidence, that shows assertiveness. Next, be hyper aware of having a pleasant facial expression. Whenever you are talking to someone, either on video or in person, make sure that your facial expression is pleasant. You don't want to immediately put the other person on the defensive with having a scowl or an irritated expression on your face. And sometimes that means that you actually smile when you're getting ready to address the person, just to make sure that they know that you're not trying to be rude or defiant with them. This leads to the next step. When you take the initiative, when you go to the other person, either verbally or in person or over text or email, you don't want to start with an apology such as, "I'm sorry to bother you," or "I hate to bring this to your attention," or "I feel bad about saying this." If you have something that you want to bring to someone's attention, you don't need to apologize for it, because when you do that, you not only minimize your request, you're not only discounting what you're bringing to their attention, but you're discounting yourself by minimizing yourself. And next, even though you're not apologizing, even though you're not minimizing the situation that you're bringing to the other person's attention, you do want to be respectful to the other person. You don't need to go into some kind of attack on them personally, but bring up the situation and keep it about the issue at hand rather than the person. Because unless somebody's doing something purposefully to irritate you or get something wrong or make a mistake, it is usually not intentional. And you want to address it with that attitude that it's not intentional from the other person, but you want to get whatever you need to get resolved. And next, it's really important to be specific. I used to feel like if I was being specific with someone when I was addressing something, that I was being rude, that they were going to take it as rude, or I was trying to be confrontational. So I would go the other extreme and I would try to be very vague in what it is that I was trying to say that I wanted or didn't want or needed or wanted changed. And as a result, they didn't really understand what I really wanted in the first place, because I was trying to be so nice and be vague, when being vague is really just being vague. So as long as you're specific while having a pleasant facial expression, while being respectful to the other person, once you combine it with those other things, then it's going to be taken as it should be. You're going to be clear, specific, and assertive. Next, be sure and thank the other person. If you've brought something to somebody's attention and they acknowledge it as a mistake or something that they need to change or fix or apologize for, then thank them for it. And what you can do is say, "Thank you for understanding," or "Thank you for making this right," or "Thank you for the apology." And if it doesn't get resolved, or if the other person does become defensive, don't react to them. Keep your assertive attitude, keep that respectful, calm demeanor. Don't match their emotions. Sometimes you need to then take a break and come up with a new game plan of what you want to do next if there is anything that you feel like you do need to do next. Maybe it's escalating it to another person, or maybe it's just stopping the conversation completely, but don't match their emotions. That's the thing about assertiveness. You want to be respectful rather than emotional. If you know of someone who needs to see this video, I hope you'll share it and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.